Tehran, Persia's largest and most enterprising city, forever on the move in a never-ending fever of progress. With a population exceeding 2 million, Persia's capital has, in the space of a generation, leapfrogged 100 years to spearhead the nation's rapid advance into the modern era.
Viking flight, use runway 29, the altimeter setting 3000, surface wind calm, follow initial.
3002.
Flanked to the north by the mighty Alborz Range, to the south by heat-parched, dust-ridden roads, baked by a relentless sun or slashed by icy mountain winds, the major problem for Tehran is communication. To solve the difficulties of road and rail links through the arid deserts and cliff-hugging mountain routes, air transportation has suddenly become as vital to the nation as her reliance on speed and effectiveness, upon which depends Persia's fast expanding economic growth. Established as Persia's capital in 1775 by Agha Muhammad Khan Qajar, Tehran underwent very little change during the 150-year Qajar rule. With the advent of Reza Shah the Great, founder of the present Pahlavi dynasty, and with him the birth of Persia's industrial era, Tehran soon developed into a booming city, the commercial, intellectual, and political axis of the nation. Deep down, inside the jealously guarded vaults of Tehran's National Bank, amassed throughout the centuries and worldly acclaimed as the most valuable collection of precious stones in existence, lie the crown jewels. Like most rapidly expanding nations striving to break even with the Western world's advance in science, Persia's attention has concentrated on education. Illiteracy is the most urgent problem which faces this country today. To combat the scourge of ignorance, schools are springing up all over the country. Yet, it is in Tehran that the main cultural centers are to be found. Persian schools, in accordance with Islamic tradition, are not co-educational. Based on the French scholastic system, they are controlled and run by the Ministry of Education. Students, rich and poor, from all walks of life, are submitted to the same rigid discipline, and class distinctions are non-existent. Medical attention, as with most Eastern nations, is an urgent factor in the development of Persia. Many, dwelling in remote areas where continual health control is difficult, seek treatment in the larger cities, better equipped to tackle emergencies. The hospitals of Tehran have acquired a rewarding reputation for successful operations. To fight disease and ignorance, nurses undergo a severe training, studying under the instruction of skilled medical professors, assisting doctors and surgeons, until they are fully qualified to shoulder the heavy responsibilities in the combat against illness. In the long, hard battle for the nation's health, the Red Lion and Sun, Iran's Red Cross, spearheads the struggle against cancer. Persia's rich past in music and folk dancing has found an enthusiastic audience through the medium of Tehran's newly founded television. To encourage national industry and to raise the standards of production, once more, the government, putting the accent on education, has opened an industrial training college for the purpose of graduating teachers specialized in the different fields of skilled labor. Realizing that the nation's future shall soon depend on the strength of her industry, the government has developed Tehran's Industrial College into one of the largest technical schools in the world. Lost in a maze of jagged mountains, more than 100 miles north of the capital, stands the world's fifth largest dam, the Karaj Dam. Supplying most of Tehran's water and nearly all her electricity supply, the gigantic construction remains as a tribute to the will of a nation in the never-ending quest for progress. The age-old bazaar with its never-ending stream of handmade goods from all over the country, remains a most secure commercial lifeline of the capital. Carpets are stitched by nimble-fingered weavers into color patterns of the most delicate shades, designed by skilled artists with the utmost care. For an error in the composition of a pattern can cost thousands of dollars and months of wasted effort. Similar to the intricate designs of a Persian carpet, the chiseling of silver has reached perfection under the versatile hands of skilled craftsmen. It is in Tehran's theological school, the Masjid-e-Sepah Salar, that one still catches that rare glimpse of ancient Persia, the bittersweet softness of the East. Dating back to the days when the Persian Empire stretched from the blazing sands of Libya to the teeming jungles of India, from the sun-baked shores of the Adriatic to the snow-capped peaks of outer China, the ritual sport, once practiced by the Persian warriors, has been handed down for thousands of years to this day, where faithful to the symbolic gestures, it is still performed with veneration. In the heart of the capital stands the Golestan Palace, an interesting example of Persian 19th century architecture. The world-famous peacock throne, brought from India in the 18th century by Nadir Shah, a reminder of Persia's past conquests, whose ancient history is a constant challenge to her future.